What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, that guy named Jay, checking in, man. It is, I don't even know, 6:30 Mountain Time. We out here outside of Phoenix, and I don't even know what part of. I think this is like Goodyear, Arizona. We out here sitting on the side, off to the side of the road, and waiting on this load that's not gonna be ready until like 9 o'clock. Yeah, load not gonna be ready at 9 o'clock. But it's so funny because I was we got here earlier today, and we were doing the I did the live feed earlier today about when I'm buy a truck. So that's when this video was done. Whenever it gets uploaded, no clue. But what I was sitting there trying to figure out, man, I'm sitting here stressing myself out because this load was, you know, they gave me this load this morning, and this load delivers tomorrow morning in Cali, in LA area, Industry, California to be specific. And I'm supposed to be there like 8 a.m. Well, that's what time the spot open, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just thinking like, man, the load ain't gonna be ready. I ain't gonna get into the door until 9. So, you know, just my luck, I probably won't even get out the door until like 12. So I'm just sitting here just tripping because I'm thinking like, man, I'm gonna be sleepy. I ain't gonna be able to drive through the night, you know what I'm saying? But then I thought about it, man. I did the numbers, and then I called my dispatcher, and it was like, well, you got between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. to deliver the load. You know what I'm saying? I'm gaining back an hour. So worst come to worst, I don't know why in my head I told myself I was gonna leave out tonight after I got loaded. But for real, if I just leave out at like 4 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 3 a.m. Pacific Time, and it's like 386 miles, so let's just divide that by 60, because I'm gonna try to do 60 all the way there, even though, you know, well, no, I'm lying, because, you know, you got some snitches. I'm gonna do 55. So let's say it's like 7 hours, so 3, 7, that's what, 10 hours? I mean, 10 a.m. So that'll put me at 10 a.m. So I started the trip, but then I realized like I could still get a decent amount of sleep. Because with my CPAP, if I get 4 hours with my CPAP, man, that CPAP sleep is, that's the one thing I'll say DOT got right, man. That CPAP is unmatched, man. But anyways, but it brought me to a topic. It walked me into a topic that I wanted to talk about, man. I honestly feel like, and let me put a disclaimer out there, man, because everybody is so sensitive these days when you speak towards their specific part of this industry, right? So let me be very clear. I mean no disrespect. I don't mean to offend anybody when I say what I'm about to say. I'm only speaking from experience. In my experience, man, I feel like I've always gotten way more sleep as an over-the-road truck driver than I ever did as a local driver. And it's not even close. It's not even close. It's rarely a time out here where I don't get at least 7-8 hours of sleep if I want to. Some nights I'll do 5-6 just because I don't be that tired. I know I ain't got to drive that far tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, it be times out here, man, where I can sleep or be off duty 12 hours and not miss a beat as far as how the week is going. When I was local, man, you doing that same schedule, that 8 to 5, you know what I'm saying? That's 7 to 7, that's 6 to 6, every day, sometimes 6 days a week. And it's just like the schedule doesn't change, but your personal life, that schedule can fluctuate. So what'll happen is you'll get off at 6 o'clock, and let's say it takes you an hour to get home just for GP. It should take you an hour to get home, okay, boom. So that's an hour gone. Now you get home, you trying to take a shower, you trying to play with the kids, you trying to do miscellaneous stuff around the house, play with the old lady, you may got a run or two to run. Man, with all that stuff, with all that scheduling stuff that you got to do to maintain a social life, a personal life, and feel like you're getting the most out of being home every night, you only going to get about 5 hours of sleep a night, maybe 4. I'm just being honest, man. Like, and I think that's one of the things that I didn't realize about local until I went local, because I don't know why I had this dream trucking job, which I'm sure exists somewhere, where I'm only working 8 hours, you know what I'm saying, and I'm off, which that was the case sometimes at NBI, but at the same time, a lot of the times, I was working 12-hour shifts, 10-hour shifts, you know what I'm saying, even did a 14-hour shift one time. So, and 9 times out of 10, when I got off earlier, the pay was less. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a give or take, because a lot of times when you local, you getting paid by the load or you getting paid by the hour. So the less you work, the less you make. Whereas out here on the road, you know what I'm saying, 2 days out that week, you may have only drove half a day, but you still did 3,000 miles because, you know, the other day. So it's just like, again, it's not to disrespect no local driver, man. It's just my comparison on the situation. And I feel like local truck drivers know it as well, you know what I'm saying, but some feel that, well, most feel like that sacrifice or that little bit of time is worth more than the time that I'm missing out here on the road, and I respect that, you know what I'm saying, I 100% respect it. But if I'm comparing it, man, like, that's why I gotta respect the local drivers, man, because them dudes, when you think about it, how many hours they actually have to work on a day-to-day basis, on a week-to-week basis, man, it's just not a lot of time in there for sleep if you want to have a social life. Now, if you don't care about your social life, if you single or you ain't got no family, then yeah, you get plenty of sleep because you ain't really doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a family and you trying to enjoy your family and you trying to do things during the week and then on the weekends and things to that nature, it's not a lot. There's only 24 hours in a day, man. It's only 24 hours in a day. You talking about working a 12 to 14 hour shift. Now you only got 12 to 10 hours left. So, okay, so think about it. Because there's going to be a local driver in the comments that's going to come up here. And they're going to be like, oh, well, I sleep 8 hours a night. Well, so if you working a 12-hour shift plus 8 hours of sleep, that only leaves you 4 hours left. What you doing in them 4 hours? You trying to squeeze everything in them 4 hours. And some people may say, well, 4 hours is a lot of time. It's really not, man. That's a shower, dinner, playing with the kids, running to the grocery store, and cutting the grass. That's all that is right there. You know what I'm saying? But again, this isn't to disrespect local drivers. This is just me comparing the two. I feel like I get more sleep out here. And then the beauty about that as well is when I go home, you know, when I go home for these 18 days, I'm gonna go home and be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Sleep all I want then. Just like I sleep all I want out here. So just something for people who are looking to go local after their first year or second year. You know, just something for you to think about. Not to discourage you, but just something for you to think about when you do make that leap and go local. Just know that your work schedule, because I always say local drivers do work harder than OTR drivers. At least have I always said, I don't know, I contradict myself so much, man. If I do, I apologize. I know people are gonna get mad at me, but and the only reason I can speak on this is because I was local. So it's not like I'm speaking on something I didn't experience, you know what I'm saying? But again, man, with the money that you can make as a local driver working those hours and to being home every night, to some people, that makes it worth it. That's their dream job. That's the job that some people go to college for 6 years and try to get. You know what I'm saying? Some people in college for, you know, 4 to 6 years paying all that money to get what you can do after 2 years with a CDL. So I guess that when you think about it from that aspect, losing a couple hours of sleep a night don't mean that big of a deal because of how, I guess, you looking at your situation, big picture, versus just this small picture, which is just trucking. But when you look at big picture in other careers, it's just like, man, you know what? For what I'm able to do for my family, and what I'm able to do with the limited amount of experience and education that I have, 4 hours a night, I'm cool. 5 hours a night, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. And still make 70 to 80K gross. And you know what I'm saying? So I commend them, man. But just know, OTR drivers get more sleep, man. I just want to put it out there. It's the truth, man. I want somebody to prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Prove me wrong, man. Let's start the we ain't got to start no conversation, but that's just what I feel. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But I guess I'm finna go back here. I'm going to try to make myself go to sleep. I got like another shit, I got like another hour before I can check in, and then hopefully get loaded pretty quickly. If not, I'm gonna fall asleep while I'm in the door, and then we're gonna head to Cali tomorrow, man. Hopefully we won't run into these fires. God knows I hope we don't run into these fires. But and then after that, I think they're gonna give me a nice decent load, headed cross country back east, and we'll see what happens, man. But as always, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive, man. God Family Trucking, gone.